Hi, everyone. I'm Sam Wilson Jr., and this is the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast, the music podcast on where I interview singers and musicians from genres of black music: gospel, jazz, blues, old school classic soul, old school hip hop, today's hip hop and R&B, Caribbean, Latin, Afrobeat, Afro-Latina, blue-eyed soul, disco, go-go, line dances, and the Lost 45s. So come with me as I take you on to a trip to the destination genre of black music right now on the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast. Welcome to the Black Soul Music Experience. I'm Sam Wilson Jr., and I have a special guest on my show. And this gentleman that I'm about to introduce is from the city of Baltimore in the state of Maryland. He is a singer, songwriter, and rapper. He's been listening to old school hip hop and today's hip hop and R&B all his life. He has a new EP called Here I Come, which is available now on Spotify. Please help me welcome to the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast, ladies and gentlemen, Big Jon. Big Jon, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on, man. It really is an honor to be here.
Okay, welcome to my show. It's a pleasure to have you here. And my mission is to reach out to independent artists who either they were on the major record labels or not on the major record labels. So it's my duty to reach out to some of the artists and get their time to shine.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Okay, so as always, America doesn't know who you are, the world doesn't know who you are, so it's my duty to interview you. So let us begin, shall we? Now, as I mentioned, you're from the city of Baltimore in the state of Maryland. What section were you born in the state of Maryland in the city of Baltimore? Was it East Baltimore or South Baltimore?
I was born in East Baltimore, born and raised there my whole life.
Now, were your parents or any of your family relatives were in the media or in the music industry, or did they had 9-to-5 day jobs?
They basically had 9-to-5 day jobs. My mom worked at a patent and marketing firm, and my father worked at a hospital, so neither of them had any experience in the music industry, and my grandmother was a teacher, so that was not really in their background whatsoever. I'm pretty much the first in my family to ever do so.
Now, which high school did you go to?
It was a school called the New Mark of Excellence School. It was actually a school that ranges from kindergarten to 12th grade, and I went there throughout all of middle and high school from '05 to 2012. So, and I definitely still have a strong connection to some of the teachers and some of my classmates that I went there during my 7 years there.
And which college did you go to?
Well, I started at CCBC in Catonsville, Maryland, at community college, and then in 2017, I transferred to Towson University, where I graduated there in 2019 with a Bachelor's of Science degree in Electronic Media and Film program. I was in the audio and radio program that kind of got me into the media side of things as well.
Mm-hmm. What was your major in college?
Electronic Media and Film.
Okay. Now, who did you want to be when you grow up?
Honestly, when I was younger, I wasn't really sure, though. I definitely had a couple of things in mind that I wanted to be when I was in high school. There were definitely a lot of shifting in terms of what I thought would be best for me in my life and everything like that, though. Like, when I got into community college, I thought computer science would be a good major, but it didn't really work out for the best, so when I was at community college, I was mostly focusing on just getting my associate's degree and transferring to Towson, where I found out more about their media program, which I thought was excellent for my skill set. So I decided to pursue that degree in Towson once I first got there, though. So it definitely took a lot of pandering. It took a lot of soul searching to where I wanted to be until I managed to find that right fit major for me until I got into that program at Towson, and by the time I did, graduated with flying colors, and it ended up being really successful for me.
And how old were you when you started singing and writing songs and rapping?
Well, for me, I started singing when I was around a kid. I was a part of my children's choir growing up around, I want to say like 6, 7, maybe 8 years old around the time frame, and I was involved in many of our Christmas programs, holiday sessions, or even church events that we had growing up and everything like that. Though, but I really didn't start writing songs until the summer of 2012 and everything like that. Though, where that's why I started my writing own songs in hip hop because I got into the hip hop genre when I was around 12 years old when I first entered middle school, and I got so into it though. It really encouraged me to start writing my own songs. And when I started writing my first lyrics for the first time, I shared it with a couple of friends of mine, and they really loved it. And that really pursued me to start writing my own material using other beats of other artists that were emerging at the time, like Nicki Minaj, Two Chains, and whatnot. And really, but using my own lyrics, and that really helped me become a songwriter, even to where I am now to this very day.
Hmm. Was being a singer and songwriter and a rapper your calling?
I really think it does. It was though because it just really opened up my talent and skill sets to where I can be as a person and a talented individual that I can share my material to the world and really showcase my potential to where I am as an artist and what I can really showcase myself to the world and just know that I'm an artist that actually cares about talent and the quality of the music itself rather than just trying to be a one-off gimmick, if you know what I mean.
Hmm. Now, growing up, who were some of your favorite singers and rappers?
Ugh, there's definitely a lot of them though. So I'll start with rappers first though. Growing up, I really got inspiration of Jay Z, the early works of Kanye West, Eminem, Ludacris, Lauryn Hill, Snoop Dogg. Those are the rappers that really inspired me to what I want to be as a rapper and write my own songs when it comes to lyrical flow. Also, Biggie and Tupac, legends like them as well, that really helped inspire me to become an artist. And in terms of singers, there's definitely quite a few of them, though. To name a few, though, so I definitely will think for me it would have to be also like Neo, Beyonce, Mariah Carey themselves. Even though my voice is not compare, my voice is not even come close to Mariah or Beyonce, though. But what they mean to me as songwriters and performers also helped me to find my own person. Even though I mostly rap and sing nowadays, though, their work and inspiration are really what helped inspire me to become a music artist myself and just to really open up my talents to the world.
And who were your musical influences that had inspired you to sing or rap?
Oh, definitely Jay Z, Eminem, Kanye West for me, and Ludacris to an extent though, because especially like when it comes to Kanye and Eminem, I love Eminem songs of like strong storytelling or life struggles and everything like that though, and Kanye West during his earlier days of where he mixed a lot of pop theme elements into his songs, which I definitely like to incorporate on my own as well, and more fantasy themes as well because I tend to be a lot more creative when it comes to songs when I hire producers to help me compose beats to songs that I really have a strong vision for and really want to open the door for what I can tell what comes the story based on the title of the song and what message I want to send out to the public, and just to really be my own person and have complete control of what I want to share to the world.
Okay. Now, you mentioned earlier that you started singing and rapping and you were in the church choir. Which church did you have belonged to?
For about 26 years, I was a member of a church in Baltimore, Maryland called Forest Park Community Church. I unfortunately left the church in 2019 because I wasn't liking the direction the church was going. So once I graduated from Towson and I got a job working at a TV station, that's when I decided it was time to part ways because I was not feeling the energy there and the direction that the church was headed. I was not happy about that whatsoever. So it was definitely a difficult decision, especially going to a church that I grew up in and I was felt like I was raised there for many years though. So it was definitely a tough decision, but a decision I felt that was necessary for my future, for my mental health, and just trying to find something better for my life going forward.
Now, before your big break, you started working at WBFF TV Fox 45 in Baltimore.
Right.
What did you work as, and how many years have you worked at the TV station?
Sure. So I started working at Fox 45 in November of 2019. So about 5, 6 months after I graduated from college, when I was trying to search for jobs to help kind of get my feet going, and they're owned by a company called Sinclair Broadcast Group. I'm not sure if you heard the name, but I currently do work for that company, and I started there as a news production assistant, where I assisted with the news anchors like you would see on air on Fox 45, like Tom Rogers, Patrice Sanders, Megan Gillen, the morning anchors, and even Kai Jackson and Mary Bubala. I work with them as well, who do the evening news. I worked there for about, I want to say, 2.5 years, and then I left on a temporary basis. But then I came back the same year in December 2022, where I got promoted to a master control operator, and that's where I'm currently working at right now at Sinclair and Fox 45. I'm just working at the Hunt Valley headquarters now. I'm still working with the same company though, but I'm at Sinclair headquarters because Sinclair has made some changes to the broadcasting department where they add some new broadcast technology that requires all operators like myself to work at the Hunt Valley station rather than in the Fox 45 station. But I am still working there right now, and using that kind of a resource in my employment to help support my music and really help myself financially until I can really get myself going though, because I haven't really reached my big break yet. I'm currently working on that, making sure I do the right steps properly because I am still doing this on my own. I don't really have a management team right now by my side, so I'm currently navigating through that as well as my source of income to where I'm trying to help support my music as well and really get where I'm trying to go in life. So it's definitely been a grind, a process that's felt like it's been kind of going a bit slower than I would initially like, but I'm definitely trying to make something out of it.
Mm. You and I have a lot in common. We both worked in the media. I have worked
Right.
at Viacom, CBS, Paramount for 35 years, but I worked at the
Wow.
main office at 51 West 52nd Street in New York City, just doing paperwork. So I've been there for 35 years. I'm no longer working. In March of last year, I was laid off. So
Mm,
CBS had been going through a lot of changes itself.
I
It's
heard.
97 years old with the Tiffany network. So back then, CBS was one of the three major networks that was TV, radio, records, and other miscellaneous things. Now, today,
Mm,
it's
yeah.
TV streaming and podcasting. Now, back then, when I joined the CBS family 35 years ago, now 36, I had worked in the mailroom and the messenger center where I deliver packages to those who work in accounting and accounts payable, whether it's in television or radio. And CBS Records was still in the building, although it was sold to Sony in 1987. They
Mm,
were still in the building before they moved out of the building in November of 1992. So I got a chance to meet some of the folks from records. I got a chance to see some of the recording artists, everyone from Cyndi Lauper to Chuck D, a Public Enemy, and Michael Bolton and Wynton
mm.
Marsalis. And I
Oh
saw a
wow.
glimpse of LL Cool J and Regina Bell, just to name a few. While in radio, they were in the building too. The 16th floor was News Radio 880, which is no more. I got a chance to see some of the news reporters, those the morning, the midday, and afternoon. And at FM, I got a chance to see all the radio DJs, everyone from Harry Harrison, Ron Lundy, and Bill Brown and Bob Shannon, and some of the weekend guys. They usually stop by, Bobby J and Max Kingo, just to name a few. So I got a chance to see everybody, for 35 years. And yes, I
Mm,
kept in touch with some of the radio crew from CBS. And also, I had a second job working at WVOX up in New Rochelle, New York. I keep in touch with some of my radio colleagues as well. So you and I, we all start in the corporate media world, and now we're
right.
on to this. I'm doing my podcast thanks to the People Development Program, and you're getting your feet wet, or should we say, in other terms, baby steps. So we
Yeah,
got a long way to go.
very
Now, have
true.
you worked at, yeah, and how, if you work at any other day jobs before you got into the corporate media world?
I have like during my time in college, I worked at my church as a custodian, and I know the way I say it though, it's not the best job though, but it was definitely the best that was fit with my class schedule and everything like that though, because I tried applying for many jobs, even in retail growing up though, and I could never get those opportunities. Not gonna lie, but it definitely helped, especially with the church I grew up in. That helped support me with my education and what I was trying to do in my life and my career path though. So even though it was not the best job though, I'm definitely grateful for what I got and what I ended up doing to help me out until I was able to finally get that job in my field post graduation.
Okay. Now, let's talk about your new EP called Here I Come.
Sure.
And how many tracks have you written on this new EP?
Oh, for all the songs, I written all of them. All the lyrics were written by me, no ghostwriters whatsoever.
And who were the producers and the arrangers on your new EP?
Sure. So my producers were two men from Sound Builder Studios named David and Steven. Those are the producers who worked on my songs there. They have their own recording studio in Catonsville, Maryland, Sound Lounge Studio. Sound Builder Studio, I should say, and they have been really supportive. They've been really great on producing my tracks and everything like that, and really been great to work with and everything. And we still keep in touch with each other, and I'm planning to make some more music later in the year and hopefully get a chance to hook up with them again to continue to make some amazing more songs for the future that I have all planned out and continue with my roadmap. So they've been absolutely grateful, amazing to work with, and just great people overall.
Now, you have produced and recorded the EP in Baltimore, Maryland, and New York City. How was the commute that you traveled from Baltimore to the NYC with different sounds?
Sure. Well, just to clarify, my producers they produced the EP. I basically just written and recorded, but I was involved in the production side to make sure like how the I wanted things to be done and everything like that though. So just wanted to make a quick clarification on that though. But the one in New York City though, I was on vacation last year in New York City and I got a chance to network with the studio there, and they actually hosted some of the more iconic talents in the music industry, like Beyonce's sister Solange Knowles, Marsha Ambrosius, Tyler the Creator, who recently worked on his album, he's currently touring on there, and they have a couple of studios there, and one studio that I was in there was called Vanilla Sky, and the guys I worked with there, including the sound engineer and producer, was really great to work with. Though he actually loved my voice, he loved my songwriting and my lyrics, and we recorded my song for about an hour there. The one single Powers, and it was just an amazing time to actually be doing this in that type of studio in New York City to get really that type of experience. And I'm planning to do a recording of a song there in September in the same place, but it was still an overall great experience, and I just it just always gets me excited when I'm in the studio just making something juicy and magical. Really is.
Hmm. Now, how would you describe your sound?
I would definitely say melodic, have a strong emphasis on storytelling, and more so, what's the one I'm trying to say? More of a positive take on the hip hop genre and bringing back that type of quality level. Because, like you said before, when you introduced me, I grew up in that old school hip hop genre where like Jay Z, Eminem, Kanye West, Snoop Dogg, Biggie, and Tupac. Those are definitely the hip hop artists that I grew up listening to. Like, there's still a lot of modern hip hop artists I still like to listen to, like Kendrick Lamar. He's fantastic what he does. Nicki Minaj is great and everything like that. Though I grew up listening to them when I was in high school as well. 2 Chainz, I liked him as well. I just felt like I like to blend things where there's a lot of emphasis on old school, but also really open to more modern take as long as like the songs are good, the beats are good, the lyrics are good, and there's a strong emphasis on quality over quantity and actual hard work on the songs. That's what really matters to me the most.
Hmm. You did your EP in loving memory of your mom, who died in 2021 from pancreatic cancer. If your
Yeah.
mother was still alive, what would she say about your success?
I definitely would say that she's very proud of me, and one of the last things that she told me before she passed away was that she was very proud of my accomplishments and keep pushing forward and keep pursuing my dreams no matter how hard or difficult the road may get. And when I was going through these challenges, especially in how the job market is so clustered and all over the place nowadays. That's when I decided to make a return to music after being away for a few years, and also dedicating this EP to her, especially the song "Spirits" as well, and as a way to show my talent to the music world. Is just been a it's been a roller coaster of a journey of emotions, and I'm definitely continuing to do so because I really felt I haven't made that promise yet, though, based on how the struggle has been real. But I'm gonna keep pushing forward to do everything in my power to make her proud of me and show her the man I'm becoming and continue to be just to be successful in life.
Okay, well, good luck to that. Now, here's a question that I always ask my guests: living or dead, which singer or rapper that you wish you wanted to meet, or who do you want to perform with?
Ooh, that's definitely a tricky one though. So, in terms of sync rappers, I would like to perform if they were still alive though. I would definitely say Biggie and Tupac though, because again, those were the rappers. Those were my favorite rappers growing up in the '90s and everything like that. Though, especially how those two were iconic, and unfortunately, what happened to them as well. Both were gunned down tragically at a very young age, and their impact on me with their music though really helped me open up as an artist more, and something that I really wish I could perform with them if they were still alive today though. And just this is just sad what happened. And but for the people that are alive right now, rappers and singers, I want to add singers to that. What you asked me just now, though, for rappers I wanted to perform with though one day, definitely Kendrick Lamar and Eminem. Those two are definitely my favorites in hip hop right now. Even though Eminem's been doing this for well over 20 years since the late '90s, he's still doing it to this very day. Especially with his album he released last year, though. I loved Houdini, and he's just continuing to be successful right now. And of course, Kendrick Lamar, what he's been doing, I've listened to his music since around 2012 with Pool for a Lick If You Dive in It. And what he did last year with Not Like Us, which is so iconic, though. Kendrick is definitely one of the best rappers out there right now, especially what he did the past year how he dominated the Grammys, the Super Bowl halftime show. I definitely would love to perform with him as well. And I also want to perform with pop singers because I have these ideas of rap songs that I want to create that I have a really strong vision for, but I cannot do it without the help of several pop stars and R&B singers that can really help bring it to life. Like I definitely want to artists like Olivia Rodrigo, Sabrina Carpenter. Those two are great pop stars right now, especially the way Sabrina has been killing it the past year with Espresso and her Short and Sleep album as a whole, and a couple others as well, like maybe Billie Eilish, maybe well definitely Alicia Keys. I love Alicia Keys growing up since her Songs of 8 Minor album came out back in 2001, and Beyonce is also another person, especially what she's been doing with Cowboy Carter the past year. Now she's currently on tour with that as well. There's so many great artists that I really want to work with, though, to really make some juicy songs and just to bring most of life together. And I know it's not going to happen right away, though, but if I keep working hard and keep putting my name out there, networking and meeting and working with the right people, I know that can happen as long as things go in the right direction.
Mhm. Now, here on the Black Soul Music Experience, I always ask my
Sure.
guests who are the top 10 R&B black artists of all time. But since I have you, Big John, on my show, we're about to do the Black Soul Music Experience top 10 hip hop artists of all time. Now, here's how it works. We do it like
Okay.
a top 10 countdown, like the show America's Top 10, hosted by the late Casey Kasem. We
Mm-hmm.
start at the bottom five. Who was the best rapper but didn't get any recognition? And then when we get to the top five, we will find out who was the best hip hop artist of all time. That artist had a string of top 10 number one hits, that artist received a gold or platinum or double platinum or triple platinum or today's diamond platinum, that artist receive a Grammy Award or an American Music Award or a Soul Train Award or a BET Award or an MTV VMA Award, or that artist performed on American Bandstand or Soul Train or the Midnight Special or NBC Saturday Night Live or Solid Gold, or that artist had their own special, whether it's on CBS or NBC or ABC, or did that artist performed on PBS, whether it's Great Performances or during Pledge Month? Or did that artist have their own live concert special, whether it's on HBO or Showtime? So, Big John, are you ready to take the challenge?
Sure, lay it on me.
Okay. Who should be at number 10?
I'll have to say Two Chains. I like Two Chains growing up though, but I really think he doesn't get that much attention if he should have.
Okay, we'll put Two Chains on there. And yes, he collaborated with so many artists from
Mm-hmm.
Rihanna to many other hip hop artists, just to name a few.
Yeah,
So we'll
Nicki
put
Minaj and
Two
Lil Wayne. Yeah,
Chains at number 10. All right, who should be at number 9?
I gotta go with Tyga. I definitely felt like he kind of got the short end of the stick with Young Money when he first came onto the scene with Drake and Nicki. While Drake and Nicki, we see what they've been doing the past decade and a half after their emergence in the game. But Tyga, I think he had a strong start, but a lot of things that happened with his record label definitely kind of hurt him in the ending where he's now independent though, but I don't think he really gets much attention as he should have though, because I think Tyga's a talented rapper too though, but definitely should have gotten a better outcome of his career.
Okay, we'll put Tiger at number 9, and we'll hope that he will have some continued success going
Right.
independent. So, like I said, I'm reaching out to independent artists that were on major record labels, but whether it's problems with the record labels not getting promoted or getting
Yeah.
marketed or when it's supposed to
Creative
be.
freedom.
So
Yeah.
yes, creative freedom, creative control. He can collaborate on who can collaborate with without having the record CEOs dictate to them what you cannot do or you cannot collaborate with that artist or you cannot, do that song, and
Right.
everything. So we'll put Tiger at number 9. All right, who should be at number 8?
50 Cent. I love 50 Cent growing up as well, and he is also one of my inspirations growing up, especially when he had his song "Go Shawty It's Your Birthday." That was that's today my favorite 50 Cent song. And while he's definitely not been around as much as he should have, though, I like 50 Cent, and I definitely think he should be recognized more about what he has done over the years. Even though he's definitely been more focused on being an entrepreneur and businessman.
Hmm. We'll put 50 Cent at number 8, best known for that song In the Club
Yeah,
or
in the
like Go
club.
Shawty, it's your birthday. So that would be
Yeah,
like a birthday anthem. When I first heard that
no
song in
doubt.
2003, I was like, oh, okay. So, like every club I go to, they'll be playing that birthday song. So that would
Right,
be like our birthday anthem. And not only that, he was into producing and directing and other things, including that show Power, which it airs on Stars. And he's the
right.
producer for that show as well. And yes, been discovered by Dr. Dre and Eminem, just to name a few. So he'll be best remembered
Mm-hmm.
for that and best remembered for collaborating with so many other hip hop artists. Everyone from Lloyd Banks to The Game, just to name a few. So we're putting 50 Cent at number 8. Who
Mm-hmm.
should be at number 7?
Ooh, we're definitely getting to the juicy part, aren't we? That's a tough one though for number 7 though, but I would definitely say Tyler the Creator because I really haven't got a chance to listen to his music as much as I should have, though. I did listen to a song from his recent album, especially Noid. I love Noid. That's a great song and everything like that. It really stands out to me the most, though. I also think he's a rapper that should get more recognition as well, more respect for what he does, though, because he's definitely a very talented rapper who deserves a lot of praise for his hard work and his hard work and his rapping and lyrics as well. So yeah, definitely gotta give Tyler a lot more credit where credit is due.
Okay, Tyler the Creator will be at number 7. He made his debut back in the early 2010s or anything, but like you said,
Somewhere.
wish he would have gotten more recognition and anything like that. So we'll put Tyler the Creator at number 7. Who should
Right.
be at number 6?
Gotta go with gotta go with Lil Wayne on this one. I grew up with Lil Weezy back in the day around my middle school years, though, especially when he collaborated with Chris Brown when he first got started. He did a collab feature with Birdman, the Carter 4, which to this day is my favorite Lil Wayne album. Lollipop, You Got Money, A Millie, you name it, just to name it. And again, discovering Nicki and Drake, Nuff said, rest is history. And Carter 6 comes out about a month from now, though. Looking forward to hearing that album. It's been a long time coming for Carter 6, especially after the whole beef he had with Birdman. So, cannot wait to see what Weezy has cooking up, though. But yeah, definitely an iconic rapper, one of the most iconic rappers of all time. No doubt about that.
So we'll put Lil Wayne at number 6, best known for that song Lollipop.
Yes,
So
sir.
everybody was thinking about, like the Toots Really Pop. I said, no, they were thinking
Mm-hmm.
about the other one. So we ain't going to say that on this episode. So we'll put that Lil Wayne at number 6. All right, who should be at number 5?
Oh, we're getting to the good ones, aren't we? All right, so number 5, though, gotta go with legend Snoop Dogg. I mean, guy's been doing this for 30 plus years. He's still doing it to this day. One of my favorite rappers of all time. Like, Drop It Like It's Hot, Gin and Juice, Sexual Seduction, you name it. Snoop Dogg is just a legend in himself. Well, what can I say about it?
Number 5, SNOPPDOGG, discovered by
Snoop,
Dr. Dre, made his debut was 187 on the undercover cop. That's from the Deep Cover soundtrack. So when
right?
I saw that video back in 1991 on MTV, Yo MTV Raps and
Mm,
BET's Rap City, I know this youngster has many more stuff to come. And then when he had his debut solo LP, Doggy Style, I mean, non-stop hits. Everything from What's My Name? Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, and some other ones, including the remake of um, Slick Rick, Lottie Dottie, and then
Mm,
all the other ones, and Gin and Juice you just mentioned, Sensual Seduction, Drop It Like It's Hot, just to name a few. And yeah, he's still going. Not only that, he's been doing a little bit of acting, appeared in many
yeah.
commercials, just to name a few.
Hmm.
So we'll put Snoop Dogg at number 5. Who should be at
Yeah.
number 4?
Oh, we're definitely getting the tough ones right there, though. So, number four. Oh boy, that's definitely going to be a tricky one for me, especially to compare who the top ones, though. But for number four, I gotta go with Nicki Minaj.
Yes,
I,
Nicki Minaj at number
yeah,
4. Yes, she
the
had a
Barbie
string
herself.
full of hits.
Yeah,
Yes, but when she came on the scene, I was like, "Who is this girl? Why is she dressed up like Barbie, Barbie
yeah.
doll and stuff
I
like that?"
remember first
You
hearing
know.
her in the song Bedrock back in 2009, and that's when I first discovered Nicki, and rest is history. No questions asked about that. Nicki Minaj, even
Mm,
for about 16, 15, 16 years, still dominating game and definitely the best female rapper out there. So, what can I say about Nicki Minaj other than that she's still killing it? Even and hey, look on the bright side of this. At least she's unleashed a lot of female hip hop artists that have come onto the scene, whether their music is good or not. Though, where we see emergence of Megan Thee Stallion, who I think is second behind Nicki, Cardi B, Ice Spice, Sexy Red, to name a few, Glorilla. So, hey, Nicki Minaj definitely left a mark on the industry for that as well. So, yeah, I give her props for that.
okay, we'll put Nicki Minaj at number 4. Who should be at number 3?
Ooh, number three. That is definitely a tricky one right there. I know who the top two are though, but for three, ah man, should have I should have delved more deep into this one though. But if I were to had to choose somebody at number three, even though even though he's kind of make a fool of himself though, I gotta give it to Drake because Drake is still a good rapper, though. It's just the beef he had with Kendrick Lamar and him suing his record label. It definitely hurt his mark on the music industry. But the talent for Drake is still there because he was definitely one of the rappers I grew up listening to back in when he first came started with Young Money Records. I mean, I even knew who he was when he was on Degrassi back in the day before he became a famous rapper as well. That was how I got more familiar with Drake before he worked with Lil Wayne and Young Money Records. So that definitely helped right there. But his rapping as well, especially when he released his first three albums, where he did like Over, Find Your Love, uh, Take Care, Sorry from the Bottom, just great hits overall together, and just great rapper in
Mm.
general.
Okay, well, Drake at number 3, best known for one of his hits, including I Got My Eyes on You. And at first,
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was R. Kelly was singing it, but I didn't realize that was Drake singing that. I was like,
Yeah, he can
wow.
sing too now.
So,
Yeah.
best known for his rapping, started from the bottom, never here. And
Yep.
then, I Need a One Dance, got a Hennessy in my hand. Yeah, all of
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yep.
And duets with Rihanna,
Yep.
and just like you said, sometimes he'll do collaborate with other artists, whether it's
Yep.
Future or many other artists. You mentioned Degrassi High, which I didn't know he got his acting start, and I was watching some
Mm.
reruns, on Sunday morning before I went to church, and Degrassi
Right.
High, I say, okay, I didn't know he was on there, but Only thing I do know, he was guest hosting SNL twice.
Mm,
So, he got his acting chops right there. So we'll put Drake at number 3. Who should be
right.
at number 2?
Oh, no question about it. Kendrick Lamar, absolutely one of the best rappers out there right now. Again, especially what he did last year with Not Like Us and his new album currently going on tour with SZA, and how he dominated Grammys in the Super Bowl halftime show, which was probably the only good part of the Super Bowl as a whole because the commercials were not that good, and the game, well, you saw Kansas City getting beat down like that though. So yeah, definitely Kendrick Lamar though. No questions asked about that.
All right, Kendrick Lamar, he's been doing well on the charts, best known for We're Going to Be All Right and
Yeah,
everything
not like
else. You
us.
mentioned he performed at the Super Bowl, halftime show. I know they got lots of ratings and everything like that. He won a
Mm-hmm.
couple of Grammys this year. So he has
Mm-hmm.
like 3 or 4 Grammys so far. So we'll put Kendrick Lamar at number 2. All right, who should
Yep.
be at number 1?
Oh, Eminem, no question about it though. I mean, he's a legend for a reason. My favorite rapper, a guy that I love, that really influenced me to be a rapper myself though. Loved his music though, and he's still killing it after all these years. Like even back then, like when he did "Lose Yourself" or "Real Slim Shady," "When I'm Gone," "Not Afraid" from his recovery album, which to me is my favorite Eminem album. Godzilla, just so many great hits though, and call it recency bias and everything like that. But Eminem just really stands out to me as the best rapper right now and my personal favorite rapper of all time. So absolutely Eminem.
Okay, representing Detroit, Michigan's 8 Mile section Eminem. He
Yeah.
made his debut back in 1999. I first saw this music video and said, "Hi, my name is who? My name is what? My name is Slim Shady." And I was like,
Slim
"Whoa, who
Shady.
is this guy?" And discovered by Dr. Dre. I've seen a few of his music videos. Although it was controversial, but he'll be known for poking fun at everybody from politics
Mm-hmm.
to some movies and TV stars and other recording artists, you name it. And he won an Oscar for Best Song from that movie, 8 Mile. You mentioned the
Lose
song
yourself.
Lose Yourself, just to name
Yep.
a few. And yes, he appeared in so many artists, collaboration with so many artists. And yes, he performed at the Super Bowl halftime show along with Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and Mary
Yep.
J. Blige. And he was
Back in
the only
22.
one
Yep.
who took, yep, 2022, he took a knee in dedicated to Colin Kaepernick. So he
Mm-hmm.
was like that. He's hip hop no matter what.
Yep.
Yeah, yep, everything. He
Absolutely.
he was influenced by so many rap artists back in the 80s and 90s. So there we have it, the top 10 R&B, I should say, hip hop artists of all time. Well,
Yep.
Big John, thank you for being here on the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. It's been a pleasure talking with you, and good luck to the new EP, continued success, and please come on back if you have any other things that is coming up. You're welcome to come on back.
Oh, absolutely. And thank you so much for having me, man. It's been a real honor, and just continue to keep praying for me for more success and just more opportunities as well. It's been a struggle and been a grind, though, like I said before, but I'm continuing to keep the fight going and to make a name for myself in the music industry. So the support is very much appreciated, man. Thank you so much for just your support, your love, and just continue to wish me for continued success going forward.
Okay. Now, before we go, where can we follow you for any upcoming events, and where can we follow you on social media?
Sure. So you can follow me on my Instagram. It's going to be called at the True Big John on Instagram, and the same thing applies to me on TikTok as well. And right now, I'm currently playing out the stages of working on my website right now and a couple of things for more performances down the road. But for my socials right now, that's the best place you can follow me. So definitely follow me on Instagram and TikTok for more updates, and just follow me for more of my music content, and just catch up with me on my daily life.
Okay. Download all the hip hop artists that we have talked about on this edition of the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. Visit iTunes.com, Spotify.com, or purchase a CD at Amazon.com. Make sure you follow Big Jon. Look for his new EP, which is available now on Spotify. It's called Here I Come. Make sure you check it out. Look for him also on Apple Music. Look for him on Instagram at the true Big Jon. Follow him on Twitter at Big Jon Forever, the true Big Jon. Follow him on TikTok and Facebook. And ladies and gentlemen, if you want to check out this episode, please subscribe by going to the link. The link is riverside.fm/studio/Samuel-Wilson Jr.'s. Don't forget to add the S at the end, -studio. And yes, I will be posting this episode on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And if you have a hard time getting on to riverside.fm, then please become a member and subscribe to patreon.com/the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. Log on to patreon.com, type in your email and your password, go to the Patreon homepage where you see all of the podcast shows, and go to the top and type in the Black Soul Music Experience podcast, and check out all of the audio podcast episodes as well as the video clips you may have missed. And if you have a hard time getting on the Patreon, then I will be posting this episode on YouTube. Go to youtube.com, go to the YouTube homepage, and make sure you type in the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. And if you like this episode, if you like this podcast, please subscribe, please support, give me a thumbs up, please leave a comment, and please pass it on. Thank you for joining me as I close out this edition of the Black Soul Music Experience. Well, that's about it for this edition of the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. I'm Sam Wilson Jr. Thank you for joining me, and please tune in next week for an all-new episode. The Black Soul Music Experience podcast is sponsored by the support of listeners and viewers like you. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe by going to riverside.fm/studio/Samuel-Wilson Jr.'s-studio. And don't forget to check out my audio and video podcast episodes by becoming a member and subscribe to patreon.com/the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. And also check out my video podcast episodes by subscribing to youtube.com/the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. And please leave your comments, feedbacks, and replies by going to my Facebook homepage. Go to facebook.com/the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. And you can also tweet me on X, aka Twitter, at Sam Wilson Jr. 66. As always, partying, remember this: reach for the top and your dreams will come true, and it can happen to you. From all of us, take care, God bless, thanks for tuning in, have a good week, and please be safe.